On our way into the barn, Ollie has baseball today, and we have the babies. They're all training slow today because we plan on coming back Tuesday with them, not Wednesday. Looks like rain on Wednesday and a beautiful day on Tuesday. Sunny and plus 14 Celsius, as it says so far, at least on my weather app, which means nothing in this area. It could change every 5 minutes. But what isn't changing is the weather for today and likely tomorrow. It's going to be a little chilly. Hopefully the last freeze of the winter. It's unlikely, but it's supposed to be the last freeze, at least for as far as the weather app is concerned. I got a text from Megan this morning. I forgot to talk about Texong the other night. Man, I felt stupid. I do that with Stacy's horses sometimes too. Just running around thinking about ours and how they went, trying to replay everything in my mind, and I end up forgetting some. So my apologies to all my partners on Texong, certainly to Megan. And Scotty, I think it was his first ride back off a long layoff. Gave himself the winter off. Be nice. The Texong's Brown race great. I mean, Southwind Core is a very, very nice horse. We were bidding on him when Bert got him. I believe we were the underbidders, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure we were, but I'm not positive. And he's been great on a half. Those were some heavy hitters the other night, and I thought Texong raced very, very good, finishing a very good fourth to some tough customers. So again, my apologies for not updating you on Texong the other night. Now, when it came to yesterday, pretty hard to beat that. Pretty hard to have a better day than we had yesterday. We started 5 horses, and 4 of the 5 were winners. The one that didn't win, I thought could win, but raced very, very good to be third, and that was JK Victory. 52 flat on a kind of a nice but windy day at the Meadows. Again, 2 of those horses, the 2 that beat him, one of them for sure was just dropping out of the open. I just raced against them with Time Is On My Side, and Warwick Loche, been a good horse, and especially when he gets that kind of trip, get away in the front, sit in the 2-hole. He's going to race good. So, I mean, 2 tough customers there, and he finished a very close and very good third, paced 50, I'm going to say 52 and 2, 52 and 3, but raced very good. And then it was a clean sweep across the board after that. Time Is On My Side was tremendous. Again, I was a little surprised he wanted to get out of the gate this week after not wanting to leave at all last week. He came to play. That was a good mile for him, 51-1, as I said, pretty windy day at the Meadows. I left the Meadows, went home. I was excited. The one I told you guys yesterday, the one I was watching the closest was Rosetta. Can she do in Mohawk? Will she do at Mohawk? And I had a great conversation with James this morning, of all things, and congratulations to James. He made it to 4,000 wins already. Now, I started driving in the late 90s. James started quite a ways after me, and he's already beat me to 4,000. I'm a good, on this rate, 2026, sometime I'll get to 4,000. I think Mark's at I have no idea, 7,000, 8,000, I have no idea. A lot of wins in one household for sure, even if I am the smallest on the totem pole in that regard.
No, we're just going.
We don't race, but I mean of drivers. Mark has got, I don't know how many millions of dollars made driving. James has well surpassed me in that regard, and now by wins also. So congratulations to him, man. What a feat. What a great job, and quite frankly, what a great driver. Did a great job last night for us, that's for sure. Oh, he'll know, look, exceptionally good. James said she's getting better. He said, she's going to beat up on those horses. And I said, well, that's true. But as she gets better, she's going to get stronger. Her confidence is going to grow. I don't think there's any need. A lot of people are there saying, well, can we get them over here for those series, guys? I don't really care about the series, Miami Valley. They're going to be very, very tough. And quite frankly, they don't race for much more money, if more money at all, than what they're racing for at Mohawk. I believe, he'll know, once she gets up into the non-winners of 3 competition. That might have been it last night. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was. But once she gets up there, she's going to be tested. She's going to be stretched. And we'll be able, again, the stakes don't start in Ohio to May. This is turning out perfectly thus far. We'll be able to give them a short break, and they're going to be coming into the stakes raging with, strength, power, having a good 5 or 6 starts on a big track with some serious speed into them. I like how this is starting. Anyway, for the horses that we've got rid of, by starting them now, it gave us an opportunity, a glimpse into the future, and just say, not quite what we're looking for. And in other cases, it's turning out exactly how we wanted so far. Now, a lot of, another 9 months to play out in front of us in regards to how 2025 has worked or not worked. But everything is going according to plan in that regard right now. So I'm very, very happy. When you turn on the TV at a place like Mohawk, the toughest place to race in this area, you think about, yes, Yonkers is a half, goes for a lot of money, they race tough. Miami Valley goes for a lot of money, they race tough. The Meadowlands is always tough. Mohawk Raceway is one of the toughest places on planet Earth to race. We went in there last night with 3 horses, and we left with 3 win pitchers, and that does not happen very often. So a great job by James, Dominic, Harry. I know Harry's under the gun. I've been there, whether it be a driver, a trainer, an owner, a caretaker, where things just aren't going your way. And it's a very helpless, very, very frustrating situation. Everybody goes through it. In every sport, in every business, in every walk of life. When things just aren't firing, it's very, very hard to see past it. And all you can do is go in and put the same amount of work in. Harry did that. Rosetta was great last night in a winner. James did say she was a little rough finishing up the mile. She touches that right hind in the straightaway. And I said to James, well, it's as simple as this. And James is one I pointed out the other day in a video, and he reiterated it this morning. In Kentucky, she can race barefoot. Well, yeah, in Lexington, she can race barefoot. You're right. That's a little ways away, and that is something we can look into for sure. But I think she needs to learn to race through the straightaways in a bigger track. She is too fast. And a lot of this comes from self-consciousness, right? She uses those turns to kind of get away from that lag and accelerate through the turns hard, but then lets off the gas. And that is the start of the problem. The opposite is for the babies. We talk about how we do our best to make them accelerate into and through the turns, not let them box their gates up. Well, it can be the same can be the opposite for some horses. They can box themselves up, protect themselves, touch themselves, get out of gear, and not accelerate. But once they have it in their mind to push straight forward, well, different horse. And that's exactly what I hope to see from Rosetta. And James said, well, you're right, no, that could happen. She's going to get stronger. She's going to push forward. Her confidence is coming up. It makes sense. And, of course, he's right also. You can get those shoes off her in Kentucky, and she's not going to hit and smash herself so much. She'll be a much better horse. But that's further ahead in Lexington. But last night, remember the old adage, winners win. And she went out and got the job done. She looked like she could have easily fizzled out or made a break or just put a stutter step in and got beat at the wire. But instead, finished off her supper, got the job done, and headed back to the winner's circle. And that is so, so very important. So we had Oh Hill No, who was a driving off winner. And as I said to James, I know we can't gauge how deep she is, but what I can tell you right now for sure is that she likes to win, and she is better from off the pace. Oh Hill No will win on the front because she's a good filly. She's done it 3 times now. But when she was training, she is every bit as good from off the pace. And then, of course, Foxy Seaside. That was a very, very good mile last night. We all knew why she got beat last week. James did as soon as he got off the bike, and we did as soon as we watched it. She's just not as good on the front. She is a little vulnerable with an open bridle on the front end, a little bit vulnerable. That will pass in time. Times on my side used to be that way too. If you watch his first 5 races, I almost had to bend him over backwards not to put him on the front because he would not race good on the front. He never trained good on the front. That's all changed now, and that can with Foxy also, as she becomes a much more well-rounded horse. Very good mile from her. She was screaming on the end of it. Not only did we win 2 last night, we won 2 with the earplugs in last night. So great job by Dominic. I know the feeling. When you start to come out of that haze. And as I said to you all the time, I can't explain it, but as we start to weed out the horses, the inferiorities in our barn, and I don't mean to say it like that. I don't have any problem with these horses. But as you start to weed those out, consistency, obviously, that's easy to explain. Consistency in our barn comes up, but the horses just seem to race better. And I don't know why that is. And I think you're seeing some of that right now as we start to weed out some of those horses. So a tremendous job yesterday at Mohawk, a tremendous job by Tim and his crew yesterday at the Meadows. We had 4 wins in a third and 5 starts. That is a very, very good day at the office. So let's keep it going. I know we're in a little tougher time, a little deeper water in Mohawk. Arson, I just want to see a better race from him. Very inclement day again, but need to see a better race from him. Also, Neptune is in tonight. I believe Tros is in tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And the other horse is in too. James couldn't drive it. I think we have 4 in tonight. And Memory and Imagination is 5. He's in tonight. He's in a good spot. You know, for those of you worried about being claimed, first, don't worry about being claimed. He's here to race. He's here to win. He's in the right place to do so tonight. So that's a help. And then tomorrow, Sunday, we got a couple outsides. Patrick DePrana, I'm going to have to duck him again. He might get away last. I have no idea. And I do want to point out that the conversation I had the other day about the gentleman that sent the email about running the horses up the wood. Listen, I spoke about doing this with Patrick DePrana, how important it is with him. So it's not lost on me that is a path forward. But there also has to be, it isn't just take him to the back and I don't care where he finishes. It's put him in a spot to race him very conservatively, with the importance still on doing well on the track. And that's where we're at with a couple of the horses. Sunny is one of them. We're trying to work him back into a regular, stronger routine that we're used to from him. Irresistible Sun, Memory and Imagination, and Patrick DePrana. 3 of the horses on their way forward. 1 definitely on his way forward now. 2 hopefully in the very near future. And 3 Point Blue Chip also picked to win. Had a better week coming in good. Who knows? We'll see what happens tomorrow. But that is what's to come. What just went, a great week at the office. A winner in the open trot at Miami Valley, a winner in the open trot, or second in the open trot at the Meadows, a winner in the open pace at the Meadows. Things could be much worse. Have a great day. I'll give you an update on how the baby's trained today later. Take care.